Business in the world of YouTube boxing is about to pick up. KSI is back, hits his first press conference against Alex Wassabi. It's hosted by my mate Wade. Let's react to it.
Don't get it wrong, like, I'm definitely taking Alex Wassabi serious, but I don't think he understands like the levels I'm on, and that I'm just so beyond him.
I've actually just searched the Alex Wassabi KSI videos. I found one immediately from 2018. So this shit has been boiling for 4 years.
Alex Wassabi, you dumb, pussy-looking motherfucker. You're 28 and you act like a kid. You're probably a pedo.
Okay, so JJ's not liked this guy for quite some time, and he's come out swinging here. The first thing I noticed, to be honest with you, is JJ's nose. It's not good. Someone has rearranged that in sparring, which means he's sparring hard. There's no doubt about it. Like, he's taking this seriously.
Trust me, like, even yesterday, bro, I sparred 7 rounds beautifully, bro.
Beautifully. It's an interesting word, that, for fighting, you know? What I'm getting from that, and this is all we've got, because we haven't seen JJ box in a long time now, and there's a lot that could have changed, and beautifully makes me feel like it's the hit and don't get hit approach, which is not what he used to do. I'm assuming that's what he means by beautiful. He was a brawler before this, so, you know, if you're coming away from that style, I'm assuming he's heading to more stereotypical boxing fundamentals now, which I'm excited to see, because he's going to need that for what this is really all about, which is a fight between him and Jake Paul. We all know that.
Okay, I got hit with a hard shot, and I still came forward. I still came moving.
Alex is an interesting character, you know. The more that this carries on, I'm quite fascinated by his demeanor. It's the first time in YouTube boxing where influencer hasn't tried to sort of act the big man. He's quite laid back. All we've seen from every single other YouTuber before they go into a fight is like, I'm going to absolutely wreck this guy, I'm going to knock him out, yada, yada, yada. Alex is a cool customer. He's a realist. When he gives his predictions, it's never that outlandish. Like, I seen his interview with Wade, which I thought was great, by the way. Shout out to Wade again. And he just said, like, I'm just going to be a better boxer than him. And I'm not saying that the gulf is going to be huge, but it is just going to be a noticeable difference that'll get me the win. And it just seemed quite believable the way he said it, you know? And it's not that JJ isn't believable. It's just an unusual technique for someone to bring. It's normally what fighters do when they've had a long career. People like Tony Bellew did that against David Haye, and it worked a treat, because David Haye was like, very hard to argue with someone who's just so calm and factual and not really speaking with a lot of emotion in their voice. And you can even see his whole demeanor there, the way he's slouching back versus the way JJ's like leaning forward and like constantly clapping his hands and very energetic, whereas the energy between these two couldn't be more opposite, which is making the fight more entertaining for me.
After I beat Logan, you thought I was just doing the music, just enjoying myself, taking it easy. Bro, I'm a workaholic. I'm an animal. There's no one like me. There's no one like me. I am a special breed.
He's very right in that respect. He is a workaholic. There's just no fucking two ways about it. This guy is non-stop. This energy, it's reminiscent of the first Logan Paul fight, where he came out and didn't give Logan a chance to speak. He just absolutely went to town with that blonde wig. You all remember it. Fucking crazy.
Whoa, no, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
This is coming from
Shut the fuck up.
Jesus Christ, I'm having flashbacks of people throwing shit on stage.
Can we stop throwing shit, because everyone's going to go home?
You know, but that was young JJ. This is a more aggressive, manly, like, been there, done that kind of energy.
You won't be able to deal with my pace. I'm called the Nightmare for a reason, because I will drown you. I will make you suffer.
The one thing I will give JJ is his pace. Logan struggled with it multiple times, especially that first fight. If that had gone one more round, JJ probably would have finished Logan. Logan's an athlete. So JJ has this is insane cardio. I didn't feel like it was as much for the second fight with Logan. I think he was getting a bit tired of boxing. I don't know if his heart was really in it the way he is here. That energy is back.
Even after the fight, I will be in your dreams, and I will be scaring shit out of you. You'll wake up like, oh my God, I just had a dream that I lost. Oh wait, I did. And then I'm gonna be there laughing at Wassabi 3, 4, 5, and then we'll keep going, bro.
This is fucking mental, this, by the way. Like, this is absolutely mental. I don't know why pro boxers haven't caught on to the game yet. Like, this is how you sell a fucking fight, man. All these pro boxers whinging about YouTubers getting views and getting money and all that. Sell a fight, you pricks. You can say Wade as every one of us right now. Licking his fucking chops.
For my last fight, I was fighting Southpaw. That was a whole camp trained to fight Southpaws. And then this camp, it's all like a mix of everything. So I'm prepared for whatever he does. It's just...
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh, fuck me, man. This kid's an entertainer, isn't he?
I want to repeatedly hit you in the face. I want to see you give up. I want to see the fear in your face while I'm smiling at you. And you just realize, oh, I'm fucked.
JJ's really going to work here, and I'm not sure how Alex is coping when he starts sort of doing these neck things, little mouth movements there. And you know, I'm not trying to overanalyze these things, but you've got someone saying what JJ's saying. Of course, Alex is going to feel some kind of way about it. I'm not expecting him to be a robot. Doesn't look great, though, if I'm being brutally honest.
Angles swinging, bro. Destroying your will slowly, ever so slowly. And then before you know it, all you'll see is black.
You sound pretty confident.
Oh, mate, Alex Wassabi's just killed me there with one line. You sound pretty confident.
You sound pretty confident.
I just think he could have added a tone of the Lawrence McKenna sarcasm just to add a bit of spite there. But yeah, after all of that ranting from JJ for like 7.5 minutes, and go, you sound pretty confident.
You sound pretty confident.
It's like, this kid's just a different breed.
Bro, I probably weigh less than you right now. Guess where I'm at right now?
180.
176. Your boy,
Yeah.
Christmas Day, I was 216 pounds.
That's a lot of weight he's dropped. I'm going to have to ask him how he did that, because...
Like, I can go down and keep going down. Insane.
All right, let's switch the weight to 175 if it's not a big deal.
I mean, I'm down. Why not?
All right, cool.
Go for it.
All right.
I'll talk to
my
Mans.
team.
I'll
Have
make it happen.
Reach out. We'll make it 175.
Yeah, well, cool.
Is the
We're going to
limit.
make it official
we'll
here,
figure-
gentlemen.
Apparently, after this, KSI's manager said, yeah, we're not doing that. So so this was a nice moment, but it's not reality, unfortunately, despite how happy Alex seemed about the change in weight there.
It's not personal for me at all.
I fully believe that. I don't think it's personal for Alex. I don't even know if it's personal for JJ. As much as JJ finds this guy irritating, I think this is what JJ likes to do to motivate himself, to get himself in that frame of mind as a killer before he goes in there. And he wants to stack the deck as much as he can in his favor mentally. He wants to show, I am the alpha here. You aren't on my level. And he does an amazing job of it. When you hear someone talk like that, I think the question is like, how real can this be? Because the way JJ is talking, it's as if he's just on a completely different level. And because we haven't seen him in so long, it's sort of hard to imagine him fighting a different way. Like, we've seen him fight, the same way the last 2 fights against Logan. But Logan's a big guy. That was 3 years ago. Logan's improved a lot since then. You've seen Logan against Mayweather, how amazing he looked compared to where he was against JJ. That could easily have happened to JJ as well. And if that has happened, Alex is in fucking trouble. That is a fact. And it could get pretty brutal, But if you were to judge Alex's first fight against a lot of other people's first fights in boxing, take Gibbo, for example. Gib has progressed so much in boxing. But if you look at his first fight, technically, it was nowhere near the level that Alex is on in his first fight. So he is capable. There is someone there who can pick this up. Remember, I think, what was it, Deji's fourth fight or third fight? I can't even fucking... Was it? And he walked through Deji. It was comfortable. Deji actually had to stop throwing punches because he was taking so many counters. All I'm saying is I think when you watch this one-sided verbal beatdown that JJ is giving Alex, it doesn't mean that in the ring, Alex can't have some success. I just feel like JJ is one of those people you have to fucking shoot him to get him out of there, you know what I mean? Like, he's mentally a really strong kid to come through everything he's come through in life and to choose to get in the ring. This ain't about money. It's about ego. It's about, I want to prove who the fuck I am. I don't think Alex has the power to hurt him. He could outpoint him. You know what I mean? That's a possibility. It just, again, it's fucking hard to imagine that in London, UK crowd, judges here and the crowd go wild every time JJ does anything. It's going to be a hard night for Alex. I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't think he could knock JJ out. I think it has to be a clever game plan of boxing on the outside, moving, countering. Because JJ he's going to try and Miley Cyrus this and come in like a wrecking ball.
I'm just excited for this opportunity. The Deji brothers have really gave me this opportunity to get in the ring in front of millions of people and main event for both my first 2 fights ever. That's insane. So I'm just eternally grateful.
Alex.
Okay, Alex pulled it back a tiny bit there when he's just saying like how happy he is and how grateful he is, and also the big Deji thing that he keeps throwing at JJ is slight. It is funny, you know what I mean? Because it's obviously not true. You know, JJ and Deji are like very different. But I think by making it out like this is going to be the same again, it's a smart tactic.
For me, personal. It's very personal. It's very personal, bro. Bro, I wake up and I'm just seeing Alex Wassabi, and I'm just like, bro, I need to annihilate him.
This guy's got mad energy, because like Alex Wassabi, I find him just quite likable. Not that I rate his content or anything like that, but like he's a pleasant guy, you know what I mean? So for JJ to have to like twist things in his head and really go there, I mean, you don't get as successful as he's got in life without having a few tricks up your sleeve about how to win at life, you know what I mean? And there's something about this guy that he's managed to hone in on and go, I hate this, I hate you, I need to fuck you up. Sometimes in fighting, aggression can come as a form of protection for fear. Now, that's not what I think is happening here, but let's explore it regardless. If you're looking at certain fighters in the past who were the favorites or had not been used to losing fights, take Ronda Rousey and Conor McGregor, for example. Before they had some of their worst defeats, Ronda against Holly Holm when she got head kicked, Conor before Khabib, in the press conferences, they were like uncharacteristically aggressive, like hyper aggressive. A little bit like JJ here, right? And I'm not saying that means there's a connection there, but I'm just exploring it that they were overly aggressive because Conor knew Khabib was probably going to kick his ass. Ronda knew Holly was a really bad matchup for her. I don't think that this is what's going on here, but it could be. You know, JJ could be a little bit like, I think Alex might be a bit harder than I thought. You know, that could be the case. I don't think so, but it's worth mentioning.
I need to rectify my last fight where everyone just thinks I'm a swinger. Everyone just thinks I'm doing this. I'm like, no, different. I'm a different beast now. I
like where he's going here. He's acknowledging where he's gone wrong in the past, and that is a good sign of a really good performance is about to come from JJ, because he's not acting like that. I mean, he won that fight against Logan. Obviously, it was controversial, whatever, but the point is he had the heart, the desire, the will to win that pulled him through that, and the power to give Logan enough to fear. But at the level he wants to go to, we know that isn't going to be enough, and there needs to be more boxing skill, and he is clearly confident he's learned a lot and that we're going to see something completely different. And I think the only reason that anyone's skeptical is because of what he said before the last Logan fight of this is going to be very different to the last fight, and it wasn't different. If anything, I actually thought Logan 1 versus KSI 1 was a better fight, entertainment-wise, boxing skill-wise. I actually felt like they both seemed burned out by boxing in that second fight to me. And this is not the JJ we're seeing now. This is not burned out. This is, you know, a fucking beast has been awoken here. He seems fired up.
If I ever need to rely on the heart, it's there, okay? I've got all I need, okay? All I need now is your face on the floor, bro. That's it.
At this level of boxing, you very rarely find someone who is going to be able to slip and counter and use footwork and all of these high-level technical aspects that pro fighters can use when they aren't the more powerful guy, when they aren't the fittest guy, to outsmart their opponent. At this level, where these guys are both, you know, early fucking days, and JJ hasn't fought in 3 years. You know, Alex has had a year of it. JJ has had a couple of years behind the scenes, but hasn't fought properly in 3 years. The guy who's the stronger guy, who hits harder, who's more dogged, more determined, generally will come out on top. And the problem is we've seen Alex, I wouldn't say it looked like he hits soft. Deji really struggled when he got hit. He backed the fuck up, tucked up, and didn't want anything to do with him, actually, and he stopped throwing. So I'm not saying Alex doesn't hit hard, but it's quite clear JJ hits harder. That is something that is really going to test the heart, the will, the desire of Alex. And I hope for his sake, if it does get tough and he is struggling, he doesn't quit. Because I feel like quitting's more embarrassing, you know? It's like when we watched Deji take the knee and all that shit, and fucking hell, it was bad, wasn't it? You know, everyone I know who's shared the ring with JJ says he hits hard, especially for his size. He was undersized against Logan. Logan's a much bigger guy naturally, and yet he was chasing him down fearlessly. And Logan was very wary of that power. Alex is smaller, you know, than JJ. Not smaller than Logan, smaller than JJ, as was Joe Weller. And we've seen JJ stop Joe. JJ knows that in order for him to cement himself as on a par in the minds of the people as Jake Paul, he has to do what Jake Paul did, which is stop people in devastating fashion, make it look easy. That is the only thing that is acceptable from this fight for JJ as a warm-up fight, as a side quest. As the way he's depicting it, he is piling the pressure on. Anything other than a fairly comfortable stoppage for JJ, it's gonna feel like a failure to him, to him personally, because of what standards he's setting. If I'm Alex Wassabi, every single second that isn't going JJ's way, I'm talking to him in there. And it's not, and I don't mean like, you know, take your eyes off the game plan, or I just mean like, if he swings and misses, you do what Dustin Poirier did to Conor McGregor. Point it out. Yeah, you nearly hit us, you know what I mean? Like, play that character of you can't touch me, like all of that shit, you know what I mean? Like, every single round that goes by, you have to be in his ear saying, I thought you were gonna stop this. I'm still here. Like, you know, mentally, every little win Wassabi can get in this, he has to shout about, and he has to let JJ know, I'm still here. Because JJ's energy is so strong, he'll swallow you up and spit you out the bones at this rate. He needs to put up a good first round and give JJ something to respect. It was Customato, Mike Tyson's coach, who I think he said something along the lines of, if you're fighting a guy who you're scared of and is the big puncher and all of that, there's only one way to deal with him. You have to nail him with a right hand or a big punch in the first round and make him respect you. That is the first thing Alex Wassabi needs to achieve in this fight to have a chance of winning. If a round or two goes by and he does not land anything of any worth on JJ, and he doesn't give him something to go, oh shit, that was a bit hard, that fucking hell, it won't last long, because JJ's up here, he's ready.
Oh my God, I know what Alex Wassabi is going to do before he even thinks about it. But you're not faster than me, and I'm going to switch. I'm going to start switching, bro. Start switching stances.
If I was to list JJ's strengths in the past, speed would not have been one of them. If we remember the Logan Paul 1 fight, when it was early on, those fast twitch fibers that Logan has, he was landing that jab quite a lot. And the speed of him firing that out was a problem. And with Alex being the smaller guy, he may have a speed advantage. He may be able to, early on, pepper JJ a little bit. What I've seen or what I've heard from people who've seen him, Alex Wassabi sparring, is he is a bit of a dog. He isn't scared to go toe to toe. He is willing to trade. It's just picking those spots. But he may find he has a little speed advantage on JJ early on in this fight before things level out and fatigue sets in a little bit on both guys, and then JJ's gas tank that I've been impressed with from day one should kick in. I could be wrong, because JJ's trained so hard and he looks leaner than ever and more shredded than ever. That speed may be different now. He may be much faster than where he was, but I do think that that's a possibility.
You're a nice guy. You're a very nice guy, but you don't have that oomph. You don't have that killer instinct, okay? The stuff that me and Jake Paul have.
That was interesting, because JJ actually paid Jake Paul some respect there. And it shows that he does admire what Jake has been able to do. And he's right. You know, there is that spite there in JJ. There is it in Jake. And Alex against Deji, in between rounds, it was so nice. It was so... thanks, man. Like, you know, he wasn't trying to really hurt him. And the only way you're ever going to reach your maximum potential in punching power is to want to really hurt someone. You have to really want to do that, in my opinion. The biggest, baddest punchers in the history of boxing, they had urges to fucking kill people, right? And I'm not saying that Alex Wassabi can ever be that. He can't be that guy. But he needs to flick the switch for this fight, because if he doesn't get JJ's respect, he is fucked.
And you're going to start panicking. Your heart is going to start racing, bro.
It's quite amazing how Alex can be so deadpan throughout all of this. Like, I don't know if he's crumbling inside mentally or if he's totally unfazed by this. He's giving very little away. I'll give him that.
Alex, I swear to God, do not do this. If you do this at any moment, in the ring, on the ropes, or in the corner, it's done. It's done for you. It's done for you because I will maul you.
I know what he's meaning there. In that Face Sensei spar, as much as this is probably a massively improved version of JJ coming in here, when he gets in close, he's got nice body shots and he really can go to work on you then. And that he's right. That is a fucking problem. Alex needs to keep JJ at arm's length at all times in this fight.
Just wait, bro. Like I said, this is personal for me. Huh? You beat my bro, that's a part of me. So watch, bro.
He keeps saying he wants to avenge his brother, but I just don't believe that. Because in his video that he made after I beat Deji, the one where he's like, he gave that whole speech about this is why you'll never be as good as me. This is why I always win. He said, I always win and I never lose like you do because I do everything for myself. So now he's trying to convince everybody that he's doing this not for himself. That's not what he does. That's not what he's about.
He's my family. He's my family. Of course I'm going to do this for him.
Interestingly, Alex thinking very critically there. He was able to recount that video, you know, pretty word for word there, and make a quite a solid point against JJ there. If he was that rattled, I don't think he would have been able to do that in that moment. So that's a good sign for him that he's staying composed here. I don't know if he's going to be as composed when this is getting said to his face in London. That's a real test, because JJ can, I mean, he made Logan leave. Like, Logan's an entertainer. Logan is the shit talker of shit talkers. He's good at it. He signed with WE, for Christ's sake, for this reason.
That's how I was able to beat Logan Paul. Logan Paul beat me on every stat. He was stronger. He was bigger. He had the reach, the technique. But I had this. I had the heart and the brain.
True. JJ was more of a fighter mentally. That was why he came out on top overall. Even despite the referee decision and all of that. Like, if you watch the fight, JJ was chasing Logan around a lot in that second fight, and that was what won him the fight, in my opinion. No fear.
I've got the mind. I've got the mindset. The mindset of no one can beat me. No one can beat me.
Shout out to Vidal and Leon, who have a podcast, because they were talking about Deji and how he kept losing. And they said, it's because he's all right with losing. He's comfortable losing, and you need to be terrified of losing. And JJ is. He can't, I mean, his career is built around him being a winner. You can already tell that Alex Wassabi is more comfortable losing. He says, I just want to compete. I just want to compete. Well, no, you just want to win. Fuck competing. You're here to win. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying Alex can't win. I genuinely think there is a road to victory, as difficult as it would be for him. Anyone can get in there and win. You know, and the guy's a capable athlete, but JJ is coming across so strong here.
You think you could beat Jake right now? You think you could beat Jake?
Yes.
So why are you fighting me?
Alex going down an interesting road here about Jake, because he knows if there's one person JJ hates more than Alex, it's Jake Paul.
I have to show him I'm the A side because I'm fighting a nobody. So if I'm finding nobody and get a higher pay-per-view than him, what does that say about me? Says I'm the top dog. You bow down to me, scum.
Scum. And
then I'm also getting high pay-per-views. Then he's what, $60 fight against a boxer? What the $60? That's more than Usyk versus AJ. Are you dumb? Who do you think you are, Jake Paul, bro?
I agree with JJ about the pay-per-view price of Jake Paul. It is mental. Like, it is a lot. The problem is I think JJ is making some good points about the negotiations, about proving where he's at now, and about putting on a good show and knocking the rust off of him being out of the ring for 3 years. The issue is beating Alex Wassabi, even if you do it in amazing fashion, it doesn't compare in any way, shape or form to the knockout of Tyron Woodley. Not even close. You could argue it would be closer closer to what Jake had when he beat Gibbo. You know what I mean? Which, remember, he beat Gibbo in 2019, so that was still a few years back. So that would be what it would be comparable to. He's an influencer who's a good boxer, as Gibbo was. I think Gibbo was much improved since then, to be honest. But I'm not sure how much this strengthens his case. You do wonder, though, if Jake Paul does lose this next hard fight that he's going to have with a guy who's 12-1, it could bring him down a level. You got JJ moving up after beating Alex Wassabi. You have Jake maybe taking a loss against Rahman, and all of a sudden you've got a fight that we thought was a much further away fight, could happen much sooner if both fighters see what they want to see from the other.
There's a reason why I didn't go straight from after being Logan to fighting Jake Paul. I wanted to work on music. I wanted to build a foundation now. I've got number ones, top 10s, number one albums, left, right, and center. So now it's like, cool. Now it's time for me to do the boxing.
If JJ and Jake had a fought after the Logan fight, that fight would not have been anywhere near as big as what it is now. Jake Paul has become the most talked about person in boxing. And I'm not saying that makes him the best boxer or the fucking biggest pay-per-views, but he's the most talked about. That's not even up for debate. You've got JJ, who has been absolutely killing it in the charts in the UK and is now a household name in the UK, like gone well beyond the levels of a YouTuber. Like, if they do bring these two huge audiences together, that's one of the biggest fights of the decade in boxing in terms of pay-per-views. I'm not exaggerating in any way, shape or form. That may do more pay-per-view numbers than any fight of that year, you know, outside of a Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. And boxing fans might say, you're fucking mental. I'm not, mate. I'm being fucking serious.
We're going to have more events on Misfits and we're going to just keep going. And bro, I'm being paid and I'm not even boxing. And then when I want to box, when I want to get in the ring, I go in and I go, oh, cool. I get a bag, I get to knock someone out, and then we build Misfits. I'm just building.
I'm seeing a lot of change from JJ here over the years. You know, I met him back in 2016. Back then, he was an entertainer. He was a funny kid, and he loved making people laugh, and the YouTube views were rolling in. I always looked at him as an older bloke thinking, yo, there's so much potential for what you can achieve with all of this right now. And he's realizing that now. Sponsoring Arsenal, it's just mental. The amount that this guy's got going on. Again, that may be one slight advantage that Alex has. All he does is box. He gets up in the morning, goes boxing. He does not have to contend with the level of, like, imagine having JJ's phone for half an hour even. It must be insane. Constantly scheduling every single fucking thing. Alex just has one thing to worry about. So that, to me, is a slight advantage for Alex, yeah.
Sidemen, we got YouTube, we got Misfits, bro, music. I'm just different hats, bro. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm smart.
Me too, mate.
I mean, his speeches are so long, it's hard to like stay focused through all of it. But
every now and then Alex comes out with a good one. Okay. They are like pure monologues though, aren't they? They're like literally.
There's no back and forth. It's been me and all me. And this whole event, it's been me. It's been me carrying this event. You don't even post anything. What are you doing? Are you trying to be like all mysterious? Like, oh, just wait to the fight. How well did that do for Joe Weller, bro?
He's fucking psychotic here. Like, he's absolutely gone. He's absolutely fucking gone here, you know. This is by a mile the most hype I've seen him before a fight. By a fucking mile.
I've given you a bag. Show me your money's worth. Work for me. Alex. Work for me, little piggy.
Alex, final.
This is absolutely mental. This is absolutely mad.
I'm just excited for all of it.
Absolutely.
So get the pay-per-view. Let's do this thing. 1 month.
I can't believe how composed Wassabi is after all of that. Fair fucks. That was the press conference. What did you guys make of it? What did you read into it? Let us know in the comments below. Obviously, JJ won the press conference. We knew that was going to happen. It's just a question of how affected is Alex going to be by that? Does he believe he can win this fight? I think he does. I think he does. I'm just going to leave it at that. I think he believes he can win. I think it's safe to say JJ does too. All right, that was my take on the press conference. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to True Geordie Extra and check out the main channel for all my podcasts. Thanks for watching and I'll see you later.